What's going on, everyone? Coach Chris Specht, the wise guy. Follow me on, I think it's down here. Subscribe to me on YouTube and follow me on Instagram. Going live with you guys on a daily basis. Today's video is an Amazon FBA tip of the day on how you can increase your money and impact your sales immediately. So today's tip, let's get right into it. Today's tip is about automating your pricing. Okay, automating your pricing can have a substantial impact on your sales if you do things such as retail arbitrage, where you sell brand name products that you not necessarily own the rights to, but that you are not restricted, but you're eligible to sell. So a lot of sellers who are new often will scan products they find in stores and start buying brand name products that look profitable and obviously will make the money that they have a gut feeling will do well on Amazon, and they'll ship that stuff off to Amazon and wonder why their products aren't selling or why they're not making many sales or as much sales as they thought they would make. In their mind, the numbers didn't add up. So for new sellers, a lot of times when you're having a problem of making sales, Amazon is a low-priced platform whereby as a seller, in order to sell your products, you have to have, a lot of times, 99% of the time, the best price. The best price leads to sales on Amazon. So when you keep that in mind as a seller, you just have to maintain the best price. Now, as a seller, the other challenge is, and it's not really a challenge, but you got to look at the fact that there are other sellers. I had another seller who left me a comment on one of my videos, and he had a few qualifications he used to determine what kind of buy was a good buy. You know, was the rank low? He had a certain rank he wanted to be under. The other qualification he had was competition. As long as he didn't have more than 5 other sellers on the listing, that was his qualification. So those are his qualifications to making a buy. You, as a seller, you'll realize that you have other sellers who are selling the exact same product that you are, and you're competing with those sellers. So it's true that the more sellers there are, the more competitive a product will be. You just have to, as a seller, be competitive on the Amazon platform in order to impact your sales. And by be competitive, what that means is you essentially need to be 1 penny lower than the next best price on the product that you're selling. As long as you're a penny lower, then a lot of the time, most of the time, you're qualified to win that product. Now, how people mess that up is that they try to manage the prices of their products, I like to call it manually, which is essentially on their own. So when they have time, they'll jump on Amazon Seller Central, they'll look at their inventory, they'll look at their prices, and let's just use the example of a seller who has a small number of products. Let's just say 10 different products on Amazon. And when they jump on Seller Central and they look at their pricing, they look at what their price is at, and they realize that their price is not the best price. Amazon cues you into that by asking you if you want to match the current best price. So by not being the best price, the problem now is your product, the product will be sold, but you won't get credit for the sale because another seller on that listing has a better price and therefore will win the sale and make that money. Okay? Because you're doing price adjustments manually, the problem is that you're doing price adjustments manually when you go and look at your price, not necessarily when someone is interested in buying the product. So timing becomes critical. And I always tell my students when I'm teaching them to sell on Amazon, or when people are asking me questions on Instagram or on YouTube, I always tell people it's a game. Selling on Amazon is a game of seconds. The second you don't have the best price is the second somebody wants to buy your product. And so you can lose out on a lot of sales every day, every minute, every second if you don't manage your pricing properly. So managing your pricing is the second most impactful way to make you more money selling on Amazon. You have to manage your price. So when you're on Amazon Seller Central and you're managing your price manually, Amazon's going to ask you for half of your products if you want to match price. And you're going to obviously click match price, match price, match price, and it's going to drop your price so that you're either matched, or you can even beat your competitor on that listing's price by a penny and ultimately win that sale. Now, as soon as you log off, all that dead time, or the time that you're not on Seller Central, is time where your competitor is matching your price or beating your price. And so that becomes a challenge with people who are doing it manually. The solution becomes automating your price. And I can post countless times, dozens, if not 100, but well over 50 times, I've given the advice to sellers to automate their price. And hey, if you're a seller and you're watching this video and you've asked me questions about selling, and a tip I gave you was to automate your price, leave a comment below right now and let other people who are watching this video know that you automate your price, and let them know how it impacted your sales. I'd love that feedback from people who mentor with me or ask me questions on my platforms. Leave a comment below. Let people know if you automated your price. Tell them how it impacted your business, negative or positive, pros and cons of it, and give people that feedback on this video. Thanks, guys. So I've told so many people to automate their price, and the feedback I get from students or people who are mentoring with me about that one change is they've immediately gone to triple their sales, minimum, triple the amount of sales, sold more in a day than they had in the month, sold more in a day than they had in weeks, impacted the amount of money that they've made, turned over products that they've bought, big smiles on their face, super huge smiles on their face, all because they automated their pricing of their product. What automating your product does is the exact opposite of manual. It becomes an automatic way for Amazon to keep your price at the best price. You set up parameters. You go into Seller Central, you search under pricing. I think it's the very last one on the list is automate your price. It gives you the option to set parameters, and you can set drops by percentage. You can set drops by the penny, so that your price will always be lower than your competition by a penny or 5 cents, whatever you want it to be. And you can set a low. So I don't want my price to go below $20. At maybe $20 is your break point, where at $20 you're making still enough profit where you're happy, but you're not losing money. And you can set your high price, so listen, if I don't have competition, my price will raise back up to the manufacturer suggested retail price. So it'll actually rise back up to a price that where you'll actually make a lot more money. So you can actually then look at price history and see how your price has changed every minute on the minute based on competition, and based on Amazon factoring in your parameters and trying to win that deal for you. It'll change, believe me when I say this, it'll change the amount of money that you're making on Amazon. So go now, if you're doing retail arbitrage, and automate your prices, because you're going to start making a lot more money than you've been making, and you're gonna love the results that you're getting from automating your price. For more information on automating your price, jump onto my YouTube channel, wherever it is, hit that subscribe button, and do a search on my YouTube channel for automating your price. I go into further detail, how to set up your parameters, the pros, but I also go into some of the cons and ways you can prevent yourself from maybe losing some money that you shouldn't be losing when you're automating your price. Thanks guys for watching. Coach Chris Beck, the Wise Guy on Instagram. Make sure you smash that like button and let me know if you're from Canada or the USA, or if you're international. Just leave a comment below. And if you have a question, ask me your questions, and I'll get back to you like I always do right away. Coach Respect, the Wise Guy on YouTube. Peace.